everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be showing how you can create and upload a project on GitHub. So without wasting any time, let's get started. I will open a browser first. And then go to GitHub website. As you can see, I am already logged in. If you are not logged in, go ahead and log in with your credentials. Once you are logged in, click on this plus icon and then click on new repository. Here we will create our project repository. I will type in the project name. You can also write a description of your project if you want. I will leave it blank for now. Then you can set this repository as public or private. I will keep it as public so that everyone can see it. Next, I will add a README file. These files or fields are not necessary, but it's a good practice to include them in a project. You can also add a git ignore if you are working on a particular language and you want to ignore some sensitive files or information. So let me select C++ here. Lastly, we can add a license file as well. I will choose General Public License 3.0. Once you are done with everything, just click on Create Repository and our project repository will be created. Right now there are only 3 files in this repository. Next, we will clone this repository on our local machine. So let me click on Code and then copy the HTTPS address. Let me minimize the browser window. Now I am on my local computer. I will right click on the desktop and then click on Show More Options. From this menu you can click on Open in Terminal. If you are using Linux or Mac, the default terminal window will work just fine. But for this tutorial, I will click on Git Bash here. If you do not have Git Bash installed, you can watch my previous video on how to install Git Bash on Windows. So this is the Git Bash window. Let me zoom in and also maximize the window so it looks better on the eyes. Now let me type in git clone and paste the link I copied before and press enter. As you can see, the project repository has been downloaded on my desktop. Now I will go inside the project directory. If I type in git status here, I can see that the repository is up to date with the remote repository. Let me clear the window. So let me get into this repository and create a new project folder. I will call it food app. Inside this folder I will create a dummy text file. For example, food.txt. Now there is a new folder in our project. If we type in git status again, we can see that here. The next step would be to add it for commit. So type in git add. Here we can specify the file name we want to commit, or we can simply put a dot to add all the files. So let me do that and press enter. Now git status shows that there is a new file in our project and changes to be committed. So let's go ahead and write our first commit. Git commit -m and the commit message. You can write anything here, but it is good to write something meaningful so you can get back to it in the future and know exactly what you did here. Since this is the first time I am committing, I have to enter the user email and username. To do that, just copy the first command and change the user email to what you used to sign into GitHub. then press enter. Next, copy the second command and change to your username. If you want these settings to be specific for one project only, you can remove the global from these commands. Then press enter. Now we can try to commit again. And this time it is successful. If we check status now, we can see that there is nothing else to commit, and this main branch is ahead of the remote branch by one commit. Now we'll push this commit to GitHub. So type in git push u origin main and then press enter. Since this is the first time I am pushing, I will have to authenticate. I can authenticate using browser or device, or I can sign in with a code. Since token authentication is recommended by GitHub, I will go with that. So let me go back to my browser and click on my profile and then settings. Now scroll down and click on developer settings and then personal access token. I can see all of my tokens here. Some of them have already expired. Now to create a new token, just click on generate new token. Then give it a name or note. I will name it test token. Next you have to select the expiration date. You can select any duration you want. I will select 7 days since I will delete this token after this video. Next you have to select the scopes you want this token to be used for. You can select any particular scope from here, but for this tutorial I will select all of the scopes. So I will do that quickly. Once you are done, just click on generate token. As you can see, a new token has been generated. Make sure you copy and save it to a safe location for future use. Now let me go back to the sign in window and paste the token here. Then click on sign in. As you can see, the project has been uploaded to GitHub. If we type git status now, we can see that this branch is up to date with the remote main branch and there is nothing to commit. So let's check out the project on GitHub. Let me click on my profile and then repositories. From here, let me select the repository we created in this video. As you can see, there is a new project folder in this repository. Let me click on it and there is the food.txt file we created earlier. If you have already worked on a project that you want to upload on GitHub, all you have to do is to copy that project and put that inside the local repository and then simply use the git push method. So this is how you can create and upload a project on GitHub. If you have any question, comment below. And as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.